Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. It's your go-to place for entertaining car talk, the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, Randy Borcherding from Painthouse with news on the Ranchero and the Grand National Roadster Show. Jeff has his top 6 EVs coming soon to a dealership near you, and later we'll talk to Scott Coons, the Chief Operating Officer of Coons Auto and RV Group, about the ups and downs of leasing. Plus, Conrad has the car clinic, and I'll have the stories making automotive news headlines this week. It's all straight ahead on this edition of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong. We need more Jeff Dziekan. I'm Don Armstrong. So glad you could join us on this Saturday for our live presentation. If you're listening or watching on one of our recorded things, this is episode 1 of this week. And just so you'll know, we break these up into 30-minute podcasts throughout the week.
Congratulations, Pop-Up.
Thank you.
You didn't have anything. Your daughter had a...
Yes. I now have a
child.
grandson.
And his name?
I don't know.
You don't know your grandson's name? It's not Don, then?
No, it's Samuel Everett Stewart.
SES.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to be called Rhett, as in Rhett Butler.
Well, I've told you this story, right? My 2 sisters are Melanie and Sue Ellen from Gone with the Wind, and I was almost Rhett, except my dad wanted Conrad because that's his name and his dad's name. So I was almost Rhett.
So you're Conrad the Third.
I am the third. I go by Junior, but I am the third.
Conrad de Troyes.
But I was almost Rhett.
You know, because there's a junior.
What'd you call me?
Conrad de Troyes.
Oh.
You thought it was something else. Well,
you know where Conrad's mind's at.
The train just rolled right off the track.
He walks in and he starts.
So where's Borcherding?
Looking for him.
You might want to give him a call. He's probably still in bed, be my guess.
Well, he wasn't real impressed with the time, I don't think.
Well, we can
we can wake him up.
Well,
let's go to his house.
Let's go over there.
Let's go.
Yeah,
we'll take a little road trip. Of course, it'll take us an hour to get up there.
Take us an hour to get in the car.
Well, that's that. But we could do that over to the cell phone, I think. Can't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Later on in the show, by the way, we're going to talk to our dear friend, Bobby Sparkman, with the Hot Rod Tour of Texas, which yours truly is going to do part due. And I'm going to go on the Hot Rod Tour again this year. So these boys will kind of be left on their own.
Oh, boy.
No babysitter.
Yeah. And so where are you guys meeting me?
New Braunfels?
New Braunfels.
New Braunfels.
Not the stuff.
New Braunfels.
New Braunfels.
New Braunfels.
New Braunfels.
Samson.
So we're all going to Schlitterbahn together.
No, it's another side.
How fun. I can see that. I've only been to Schlitterbahn once.
I've been a couple of times with the kids.
I'm going to bring my one piece.
Your one piece.
Bathing suit.
The striped one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember that one.
Like a candy striper.
That's why Don remembers it.
It's very stunning.
Red with white stripes. Anyway.
Do hospitals have candy stripers anymore?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Do they?
Not that I know of.
My 80-year-old aunt is the volunteer candy striper at a hospital, if that does things.
Really?
She's been doing it for 25 years, she said.
Okay.
She striped a lot of candy then, huh?
I'm telling her.
You don't. I don't ever see them if they're there.
Yeah, I spend a little time in them, and I don't.
Of course,
see
they
them.
don't wear the little white nurse's cap anymore either, and most of them don't have white shoes. Remember the nurses look back in the day?
Remember?
Now they have purple Crocs.
Oh, I hope not. Those things. Pew.
My aunt has white hair, too, to match everything.
Does she wear a white nurse's uniform?
I don't know.
You've not seen her.
So she lives over here in Katy, so I don't see her that often.
So you stop by and visit her when we're doing tailpipes and tacos?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
No, that's
Do
cool.
you really?
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Yeah,
Do you really?
once in a while, but right now she came over for a couple of days this past week and to see my mom, so I got to visit with her over there at the house.
Well, it's your mom's birthday, too. Happy birthday, Mom.
Yeah, thank you. She had a big time.
Good.
With the sombrero hat, I saw that. Mm-hmm. What was the name of that Mexican restaurant?
Sombreros.
Sombreros.
Very simple. Very easy.
Not just any breros, sombreros.
Yeah.
Sombreros.
Not all breros.
Just some of them.
Well, we were going to have a car show, and it's just really rolled right off the track on this.
Randy's having
as it usually does.
He says he's having some computer issues. So I'm
what does that
help
have
him
to do
out
with
that.
anything?
Well, he can't get on Zoom to get to us.
Oh, well, he could call us.
Well, he could do that.
Give us a jingle.
I have news about Carvana.
Uh-oh. Jimmy Johnson news?
The $806 million loss the used car retailer registered last quarter.
How much?
$806 million last quarter was more than triple the deficit analysts were expecting on a per-share basis. Coming off its lowest retail unit sales in 2 years, Carvana forecast another drop in the first 3 months of this year as it shrinks inventory and slashes marketing spending.
Oh, well.
I wonder how much they spent on Jimmy Johnson's Daytona 500
millions,
car.
Well, he's racing with them as a primary sponsor for
Right.
like so many races.
After making an ill-timed acquisition just as sales and used car prices took a turn, the once rapidly growing retailer is firmly in retreat mode. According to Kevin Tynan, Bloomberg Intelligence auto analyst, said in a note, Carvana shares plunged nearly 20% more in morning trading yesterday to $8.08.
Wow. Oops. Maybe we should buy some.
Well, when it gets down to about 16 cents, where it's equal to my Enron stock that I have, I might have to buy some. I can put it up there on the wall with Enron and Carvana.
Well, wait just a minute now. Enron, I think that some portion of Enron is still in business.
Oh, well, I have 1,000 shares.
Yeah, at 16 cents a share.
Well, last time I looked, that's what it was worth. That's not what I paid for it by any means.
No, just remember, buy low, sell high.
Yeah, well, there's that.
Or don't sell.
Have you heard about the Hyundai
Fiasco?
folks? Yeah, with the child labor laws.
Oh, no, I hadn't heard that.
Oh, my God. I think that if I didn't air the story, only because we ran out of time, a couple, 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. South Korean automaker Hyundai on Friday told shareholders that it will divest its controlling stake in a major Alabama auto parts plant where Reuters last year documented children as young as 12 years old working.
Here in the United States.
In Alabama.
L.A., lower Alabama.
Whatever. Hyundai also told investors it was implementing extensive new corporate measures, including a training program for its parts suppliers to begin next month in collaboration with the U.S. Department of Labor to prevent future child labor violations.
So they're going to train them in elementary school?
You teach them how to read.
Hyundai's pledge to its shareholders comes after a 2022 Reuters investigation showed several suppliers to the automaker's massive Montgomery, Alabama vehicle plant used underage migrant workers to make parts for its popular U.S.-made cars and crossovers.
So that's what's going on in Laredo.
I don't know about that, but Smart is the name of the company in Alabama that there's a supplier. U.S. and Alabama law prohibits people under the age of 16 from working in industrial factory settings, and anyone under 18 is prohibited from working in particularly dangerous roles in automotive plants, such as driving forklifts or operating metal cutting and stamping machines. Earlier this month, 33 members of Congress urged the Department of Labor to seek strong and swift penalties against those responsible for child labor in the Hyundai supply chain.
They're in it for the money.
Yeah, we can't even have our own children do illegal jobs. We got to bring them in.
Imports.
When did you start working? How old were you?
Well, for a real paycheck, probably 12.
Really?
Yep.
I was 15.
Yeah, 15,
You know,
16.
now I say for a paycheck. I mean, I was throwing newspapers before that.
Yeah, cutting lawns as a
Yeah.
kid, all that.
But I would say for a written paycheck,
from somebody else.
yeah, probably 12.
I was 15. Bussing dishes at
Yep.
Rumpelheimer's Ice Cream Parlor.
I was a bar back at Sleepy Hollow Country Club in
Onassis, Coney Island. I'd sling hot
Scarsdale,
dogs.
New York.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
we got the man.
we do. And let's go to him now. Ladies and gentlemen, live from, well, we'll assume that it is from Northwest Harris County.
Mm-hmm.
It may
Cypress,
be
Texas.
It may be even Montgomery County. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Randy Borcherding from Painthouse. Yay. How are you? Oh, good. We
Well,
can't hear.
Is he tuned up?
Come
have to
on,
unmute it.
You
Mars.
got him turned up?
He
Wait,
went,
are
he
you-
went mute
are
on
you-
me.
Are you muted?
Not now.
Not now.
How about now?
Oh, much better.
Can you hear me now?
That was Mars that had you muted.
Yeah, no, it was on his end.
In his
Oh,
end.
okay. Well,
Drink
Randy,
more
it's
coffee.
good to see you, my friend.
Did
Fresh.
Jen give you her mute button?
Yeah, you're familiar with that, I can tell.
It doesn't work.
No, I'm sure it does not. So I understand that you went to the Hot Rod Show.
The Grand National Roadster Show?
Yeah.
Is that what you're referencing?
Yes.
Yep, we did. We had a great time.
And how was that?
It was a phenomenal show. It always is.
Where
We've
was it?
not- It's always in Pamona, California at the Pamona Fair Grounds.
Okay.
Where the drag strip is and all that.
Yep.
And the NHRA Museum. There's a lot going on there. And, man, what a great show. I don't know if you've ever been, but in addition to the Amber, the America's Most Beautiful Roadster, which is kind of the big award they're known for, they've now come up with this Slonaker Award, which is kind of like the Riddler in some ways, in that it has a more broad category of vehicles that can enter. Amber is very specific. The Slonaker, just about anything can enter, I think, within a certain number of years, I suppose. And then it has an amazing outdoor show as well. So they'll have, 1,000 other vehicles parked all around the fairgrounds. They have a suede palace where there's all the rockabilly and the rat rods and traditional type stuff. It's just a really eclectic mix of everything, all packed into one place.
And did you bring something to show?
We were part of 3 vehicles that were there. 2 we took out. One is the Ranchero that I think you've seen, that we had at SEMA before.
Love it.
A 61 panel truck that a friend of mine bought from Tim Strange, a known builder, and he road tripped it out. So we had kind of a fun road trip all the way out, and it broke a couple times. We had to fix it, and at one point it got so cold the dang thing wouldn't even go into gear. We had to wait an hour for it to warm up. So we had a fun road trip out, and then we painted a 60 Buick Invicta built by Andy Leach.
Wow.
That was entered in the Slonaker competition and it ended up winning. So it was a great show for
a big car.
everybody.
Where did you paint it?
Here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It wasn't something you did out there as part of that show.
No, it was Andy is from Nebraska, Omaha. So we went up to Omaha, did some of the body work and block sanding, drug it back to Houston, painted it with a color that we came up with, and then he took it back to Omaha, finished the car. We went back up there, sanded and polished the car, and then we all met in California at the show.
So it was a group effort.
It was. So we were involved in the paint job and the making of the color, and just what a stunning car. I wish I had a way to show it to you right now, but I don't.
So what did you name the color? Because usually you have a creative color
Well,
naming.
the car's an Invicta, so it's green, so I called it Inverde.
Oh, okay.
It's a neat piece, very retro and traditional, and just a beautiful car that you don't see very often.
No, and if I remember correctly, didn't the Invicta have the headlights were kind of
At an
at an
angle.
angle coming
Yes.
coming off the hood?
A very wide car, and the front is actually wider than the rear. It's kind of got wings at the front and wings at the rear. Looks like it might fly, actually.
It's a long car. It's a big car.
A very long car, very wide car, very low car, and it's running a nailhead Buick
Oh wow!
with a crankshaft mounted supercharger.
I remember, didn't Bitch and Rods do one with a V12 in it or something? The blue suede shoes is what they called it. I think it was an
Maybe
Invicta.
was it Buick or Cadillac? Maybe it was a Buick. I can't remember.
I thought it was
But
an
yes,
Invicta.
I recall the car.
Yeah.
Neat car. But the show is awesome. Every car guy's got to go to that show at least once.
Well, you always hear about it. I think part of it's the Grand National Roadster Show. Just the name of it kind of sounds really impressive.
Did they
it would
do
be a
anything
big
on the
deal.
drag strip?
No, they don't. Not at that event. They have other events out there, obviously. And the NHRA Museum is there.
Yep.
So there's a whole lot of automotive stuff going on packed into one, a few acres of land.
I was just going to say, because I assume that they open up the entire parking lot, or most of it anyway, for the 1,000 cars.
Oh yeah, the neat thing is this complex has about 9 or 10 buildings.
Yes.
So it's all housed within individual buildings. So it's not all one giant building. And then around the buildings is where all these cars come in and park. So as you exit a building to go to another building, you're leaving an indoor car show, walking through an outdoor car show, and then going back into an indoor car show. So it's a really fun mix of both worlds. And you see some stuff outside that you would think belongs inside on mirrors and stands.
Was it actually a multi-day event?
Yes, it's a Friday to Sunday thing,
Yeah. So
like most of the car shows of the indoor ilk anyway.
yeah. So this wasn't a cruise in at all.
Well, the drive-in part is, those cars drive in and drive out every day.
Okay. All right. So it does have a component of that as well.
Yeah. So the outside stuff drives in. The inside stuff is just traditional indoor stuff, and it doesn't leave until Sunday night. So you get both. You get to see them driving in, driving out. It's no matter what you think of California, this show is something that everybody should see at least once. If you have any interest in automotive stuff, mechanical stuff, retro stuff, anything.
How was the weather?
Flawless, as you might expect.
Southern California.
Well, it's not
But I've
that
been
this
there.
weekend.
We've been there when it hasn't been. It's been pouring rain, and they'll still get 500 cars drive in.
Wow.
It's impressive.
What's that behind you?
That is a 70 Cougar that we're in the
Nice.
process of getting to the upholstery shop.
And what color do you call that besides orange?
Short bus yellow.
Short
good.
bus yellow.
Is it a
I named it after Don's school bus.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
But
that's appropriate.
It's got the 4.6 Terminator motor, came in the 04 Cobra Mustangs,
Uh-huh.
supercharged, 6-speed manual, custom wheels by EVOD. It's a neat piece.
Are those real knockoff?
Detroit speed suspension. Pardon me?
Are those real knockoff wheels?
No, they're faux.
Okay. They look good.
So
They do.
when you were
On
out
the street, I think I want lug nuts.
when you were out at the Roadster Show, were you inspired by anything? See some things that you hadn't seen before that you might add to something in your future?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. We were part of an event called Keep on Truckin'. So it was 100 trucks in one building of just the last 50 years, significant vehicles. So the Ranchero was invited. This panel truck that we drove out was invited. The funny thing was we only washed half the panel truck. So half of it was clean and half of it showed the road trip. Just we wanted to prove that it was driven. But they had all the custom vans there, like in the 70s.
Oh, nice.
And
Oh, nice.
I grew up on that stuff with the
Yeah.
crazy paint and the crazy
Striping.
interiors and
Shag
side
carpet.
pipes.
The
and good
teardrop and the octagonal windows.
Oh.
Button tuck, yep.
Absolutely. So that just brought back a lot of great memories from my
I'll
childhood.
bet it did. I can only imagine.
Some of them you don't want to tell Jen.
Back in the day, what was it? Trucking Magazine used to
Yeah.
have the mini trucks and the vans.
Mm-hmm. Keep
So
on
it was
trucking.
neat to see all that.
Nice.
And the although it's not my style, the lowriders, they're always very impressive.
Yeah, I say that at Autorama. I really love walking through the lowriders, the artistry of the mural work, and then the artistry of the
Engraving.
the engraving on the chrome just kind of blows me away.
Yeah, it's taken to a level that you're either sick or you're very talented or both. and clearly you've got to have some funding because none of that's cheap. But the artistry is amazing, and the colors too. You know, because of me and what I do, I'm drawn to the color too.
What do you got in the shop currently that you're working on that we haven't heard about?
We have a little 280Z. It's an original owner car, 6,000 miles, and he's probably going to sell it. But we're just doing some touch-ups and little things to it, getting it ready. It's not a special big project, but something different and something unique. It's the classic 280 body style that we all fell in love with and probably still love.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Agreed.
I sure like the new one they've come up with. It's very retro.
It is, and it is. It's conservatively styled, which kind of blew me away the way that they've done the new one.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of them at SEMA, and everyone I saw, they got the proportions right, and you can tell what it's supposed to be. Like the new Camaros, to me, okay, you know it's a Camaro because they told you it's a Camaro, but it doesn't really look like an old Camaro.
Yeah, you don't see the heritage in it anymore.
Yeah, well, the Challenger's a little closer,
Yeah.
even though it's no longer alive. But this car, the new, is it a 350? I forget the number.
400?
I don't know what they're calling it, but you can tell it's reminiscent to the old 280.
Yep.
I think we're going to see a lot of them.
So are you done with all the Corvettes you were building last time we talked?
No, we still got the 69 that's about to be painted. We're struggling with the hood right now. It's an aftermarket hood, and the ugly nature of this business is you don't always get good parts, and the fiberglass is not cooperating, and I don't know. It's a struggle at times with fiberglass cars.
Just trying to get it
getting ready for paint.
Just trying to get it to fit right or operate correctly.
Well, an initial fit, and then the material being stable. When you put it out on a warm day, it moves around a lot and doesn't look like it did when we sanded it, and that is problematic when you put a pretty slick paint job on there. So I'm not sure if we have a product with a bad resin in it or just low build quality. I've got to follow up with the manufacturer and just see what's going on here and how can we resolve this, because we got a lot of hours in this hood, and they may give me another hood, but no one covers all those hours. We got it, and then you got to do them a second time.
I was going to say, does that really fix the problem, or do they just give you another hood with the same issue?
Yeah, and you don't know till you know,
Right.
And then you buried more time in it. So that's sort of the ugly hidden underside of some of these hot rod builds.
Well, we sure would like to see you out at Tailpipes and Tacos some Saturday morning. Our next show's April 15th. Come on out and say hello.
I would love to do that, and I am a big fan of tacos, so there you go.
There you go. Works well.
We'll buy one for you.
All right.
Randy, it's great to talk to you. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks for joining us so early.
Yeah, we appreciate
bye-bye.
it. Bye-bye. Randy Borcherding with Painthouse.
It's always fun to see what he's got.
I know, it truly is. All right. Jeff has a little special feature for us today.
Okay.
The top 6 EVs of the future. There are more, but he chose 6.
There are more.
Okay, it's all yours.
Okay. Let me
The Easy Go Kart.
Easy Go Kart?
The golf cart.
No. Actually, the first one,
EV.
we've got, if I can operate this correctly, I need 3 hands and 4 feet. So these are cars that are not yet for sale, but they're in different stages of production. And what we've got are 5 Bentley models expected in 2025. Bentley is planning a major pivot from the 15-mile-per-gallon land yachts to completely new models for fully electric powertrains. Bentley says it will replace the existing Bentayga, Flying Spur, Continental GT, and some Yugos. No, I made that up. They'll have convertible and coupe models. Introduced all the models lineups by 2023. So these 5 should all be out by 2023.
This is 2023.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2030. We are in 2023. That's correct. I was testing you. And then the first replacement should arrive in 2025. Okay, write that down. 2023.
So the Bentleys use the Yugo for a spare tire instead of a spare tire.
Next we have, which is the perfect name for a vehicle, the Buick Electra. Expected in 2024, Buick has revived the nameplate of the 18-foot-long steel sled from 1959 for its new all-electric SUV that's already been revealed in China. The Electra E5 uses GM's Ultium battery platform.
It's the balloon.
And should roughly be the same size as the Chevrolet Equinox. An investigation into the trademarks have revealed Buick's future lineup with filings for the Electra E1 through E9. We expect the Electra E5 to perform similarly to the Cadillac available Lyriq with a range of 300 miles, 340 horsepower. Buick is to put a Tri-Shield logo atop the fully electric lineup by 2030.
That's a new Tri-Shield.
Yep, and see the first Electra sometime in 2024. But I like it. I think that's a good-looking car. It kind of looks like the Traverse and all the other things. This one's a favorite. It's called a Canoe. Pickup truck.
Do you canoe?
No, it's not.
Canoe.
I looked into I knew you guys were going to go with that. It's Canoe. Canoe. Expected in 2024. The Canoe is an electric automotive startup from California, and this is its pickup. Now, they have a van also, but I'm showing the pickup for now.
What an odd-looking...
It's called, by other words, pickup truck. The Canoe pickup promises more than 500 horsepower.
How creative.
And at least 200 miles of range. It's smaller than what's typically found in a midsize pickup segment, being 2 feet shorter than a Ford Ranger. Canoe, its pickup will be offered in 6 to 8 foot bed lengths. Pre-orders open right now, Mike, in case you need to get one. Production starting sometime in 2024. The U.S. Army is also testing a modified version of the pickup.
Kind of reminds me, you remember the old show car, the Diora?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
A little bit.
Never mind.
This is a Hyundai expected. It's a Hyundai Ioniq 7 expected in 2024. Built on the same eGMP platform as the 5. Will be similar to the current 3-row Palisade in size. Currently, Hyundai has only shown us a concept, but judging by what you see there, the current design and the language that they produce will be a production model. It's simply the real 7 could look even crazier. So the 5 and then the 7 coming out. It's a bigger SUV. Expect a large battery that could support at least 300 miles of range. No price yet, and hopefully the first one will be out in 2024. This one's cool. I like this one. And go think of a real simple name, but it's a Lincoln Star. Expected in 2024, Lincoln aims to switch a fully electric lineup by 2030. We expect a production version of the Star to arrive in late 2024 and as a 2025 model. This will be Lincoln's first EV. The Star concept revealed in 2022 looks half like a Lincoln Navigator and half like a spaceship. I like the spaceship side. I always did like spaceships. Lincoln says the production midsize 2-row crossover will come with both rear and front wheel drive powertrains, and it's a big cab as a concept, similar to the Ford Mach-E with starting price around $70,000. So I like it.
So it's built on a similar platform as the Ford Mach-E?
Similar platform, similar styling. And the last but not least, my favorite, the Cadillac Celestiq, expected sometime before 2025.
That's a hell of a picture there.
I know. Well, it's secret. It's a secret car.
Okay.
Like every upcoming GM EV will be built on the Ultium battery platform. It's also showcased on the GMC Hummer EV. It's going to be a flagship starting around $100K for that vehicle.
Okay.
Or you want to go green, they need a lot of green to go green.
You need a lot of green to go green. There you go.
I want to remind you that the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In Wheel Time Car Talk. We also have video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. Podcast at your fingertips on over a dozen of the most popular podcast outlets. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break. Tailpipes and Tacos, Houston's premier car cruise-in returns Saturday, April 15th to the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 8 to 11 a.m. Bring your hot rod, classic, resto mod, or any other vehicle you'd like to show and compete for one of 3 highly coveted chili pepper trophies. This April 15th kickoff event is one you'll want to put on your calendar because 100% of the money you donate for the free tacos will be given to God's Garage. You heard right. Free tacos. Whatever you decide to give, all of it will be given to God's Garage and matched by Lupi Tortilla. God's Garage gifts vehicles to single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military in the greater Houston area. In fact, the Garage will gift a vehicle to a mom in need at this special event. Be sure to attend the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In, Saturday, April 15th, 8 to 11 a.m. at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10. Free breakfast tacos for any donation to God's Garage. It'll make your heart and your belly feel good. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.